Welcome back to my channel where we babble about reality TV and, sometimes ramble, babble, just, just giving you my opinion on stuff as if anyone cared, but apparently 15 of you care. So, Saturdays in the Big Brother house, as you may know, because you are a fan and not just a casual, is the Power Veto Day. And spoiler alert, if you don't like spoilers, then go away for a few minutes or just go away because this whole video is about the spoiler. Um, Kyland was crying in the have not room like a big old bitch. Insert footage from Trading Places. Yeah. If I was, if I wasn't such a lazy editor, I would be inserting footage all day from different scenes. But I'm just throwing this up right after I finish. So he was crying because he did not win the POV. X won the POV. And according to Kyland, he came in last place, and it was an agility competition. He came in last place to Big D, to Azza. Like, agility? I thought you were a comp beast, Kyland. Anyhow, I can't wait to see what that looked like. So he was crying because, he probably made the dumbest move in Big Brother history. It's like when someone makes a dumb move, we see somebody else make a dumber move. Like Ozzy made that dumb move, and Kyland, we knew Kyland. Everybody knew but Kyland that taking X off the block was the dumbest decision that he'd ever made. The whole notion that Kyland believed that I want to take the strongest competitor with me to the final two was dumb because it's the riskiest thing you could ever do. And I want to rewind back that I remember on day one before they entered the house, Julie asked everybody if they were risk takers. I can't remember. Did Kylan say he was a risk taker? Because, dude, you've been taking all the risk, and this risk is the worst one that you've taken. And so, like later on in the evening, and in the afternoon, we see Azza, telling everybody about, her culture, her Cameroonian culture, and some of their rituals, their dances and their calls, like, oh! And Big D's like, I'm not doing that. He was like, no, this is cultural. I don't want to get in trouble. No, we do this in Cameroon. So that's what Azza was doing and showing them dances and telling them things, and it's like, I know they're like, oh god, this girl's so exhausting, but really maybe it was interesting to them because what else is there to talk about in this house? All the entertainment in the house is gone. Like, Tiffany left, so Tiffany was the entertainment of the show, at least for me, for watching feeds. And X was in there like jacking his body, getting into it, eating his, I guess, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or his sandwich, just jacking his body, going along with it. Then we see, like, later on, Ozzy was cuddling with X again. Like, oh my god, this girl, man. When she gets out, send her straight to see Iyanla, please, somebody. But anyhow, so later on in the evening, Ozzy and Big D were having a discussion, and Big D was basically saying how he felt guilty. He doesn't know what it is about this man. Speaking about Kylan. Like, I gave him my word. He's gonna be the death of me, he said. He made it clear that he earned the top three. Like, this is Kylan's pitch. I deserve to be in the top three, And he wanted to bring all honest people along. And I was like, Kylan, you've been lying. It's just so funny how, I don't know if it's just game that he's playing. That a lot of these people are playing. They really believe they're honest people. You may be honest outside of the house, but inside the house, you're a lying, dirty dog. Like, people, you lie. That's what the game is about, lying and manipulating. And so, Ozzy was kind of like, yo, you basically, and this is me just paraphrasing it, get the gist of it all. You don't owe him anything, Big D. And the fact that these two people are in the final four is just ridiculous. Like, I mean, really? So, and of course, Ozzy was like, how would I have gotten X out at top five? Like, it's just ridiculous that these two are actually having these discussions about who should be in final three, final two. We're talking about Big D and Ozzy. Like, really? Big D, and Big D's thinking, am I a bad person? yes, you're a bad person, not for sending Kylan home, but you're pretty bad person. Like, you got on the show simply because you want fame. Like, Big D, it is clear Big D wants fame. He would have taken any reality show actually that would have accepted him. And I guess his audition tape won the Big Brother people over, and that's how he's been in our lives for 3 months. But yeah, Big D, you're not a great person. I mean, you may be good to your regular friends. Again, forgive me, everybody. I have a cold. It's not the Rona. It's a cold. It's seasonal allergies. So if you don't know, I don't normally sound this nasally, I guess. So yeah. So then later on, they're having this discussion. Like, basically, you owe him nothing. And he says, I am going to vote his ass out. Let's see. Because, things change in the Big Brother house. X might change just for the drama. Production might get in somebody's ear and say, hey, let Kylan stay in the house. So then later on, Kylan's in the have-not room late at night. Kylan likes to stay up late at night talking game with people, but now the only person he has to talk game with is himself. He's basically saying, everybody warned him, but he didn't listen. Is trusting his final two with X the best thing for him? He still isn't sold that he made the worst decision. Like, I don't think his ego is set up to be wrong, because Kylan, you were wrong and everybody warned you. You didn't listen to the ladies. Because what do they know? And then the fact that you said X has unearned likability. You didn't even take that, and you didn't take your own theory into account, Kylan. So you get what you deserve. So, Kylan, the likelihood of you going home this week is great. And I would love, CBS really needs to, when they get down to the final four, final three, they need to cut away to the jury house and make a show out of the jury, because I think that would be interesting. And because the last few episodes, I don't mind want to see that whole, remember this time in the house, that when the three people sitting around reminiscing on the season. Nobody wants to see that. So CBS, if you're listening, which you're probably not because I only have 5 subscribers, you should, but hey, all 5 of you send this message to CBS. Do a whole show, or at least half of a show from the jury house once you get down to the final 4, because there's no activity happening in the house besides Isa showing them the Cameroonian rituals. And nobody wants to see that, because at this point we're all irritated with Isa. Nobody wants to see Isa and all her long-winded stories of history that are not often that factual, and her teaching moments. Oh yes, that's right here. I'll teach you. I'll show you. No. Nobody wants to see that. Go inside that jury house. That's where the entertainment is, CBS. All right. So, as always, like and subscribe and give me your thoughts, because I know some people are going to be in there. They're going to pull one word that I said out and turn it into some whole hate message of, you hate men. You can't stand men. You bitter and you're old. Yeah, I get those kind of comments, which is cool because it adds to engagement, and we all need engagement here on these YouTube streets. So like and subscribe, and I'll be back later.